Hello and welcome to Fratton Park, Portsmouth. And the name I've chosen, the pseudonym for this save, is going to be Stephen Twet, an old character of mine who I've revived for this save. Twet by name and Twet by football manager performance in history. And to be perfectly honest with you, I am the worst football manager in the history of the game. I recently watched a video by Busternet Gaming that said old men can play this game. Well, let me tell you, I am the proof that scientists have been using for years to prove that old men cannot play this game. So I decided to start in Sky Bet League 1. I put all the names in the hat and pulled out Portsmouth. Not a bad pick, predicted to finish second, so I should be able to get them to about 10th. So, remarkable things then started happening down here at Fratton Park and have continued, and we're at the end of February, and this is what has been happening. And I cannot believe this. I keep waiting for these moments where I'm going to have these dodgy periods, and they're not happening. I don't know whether I've got better at the game or the game has got easier, but this is certainly unfamiliar territory. I am, as you can see, top of the league, and we are 14 points clear. We got knocked out on penalties only in the fourth round of the Cup by Luton and the Caribou Club. We got knocked out on penalties again by Premier Division Leicester City. So we haven't actually really lost a game in 90 minutes. We only lose on penalties. Look at the club vision. We've got yet to, they always say, develop the youth. And we do have some nice players, but they're a bit young yet. They're only 16 and young 17-year-olds, so that's going to take a year or two before I can start thinking about them for the first team. So, in terms of the finances, the club finances, let's just go and take a quick look at how we're doing financially. We're doing okay with money in the bank. Scouting budget have exceeded a little, but I'm well in control of the other budgets at the moment. I didn't have much to spend, and I've only made 3 half-decent signings to strengthen the midfield a little bit. In terms of expectation, minimum to reach the playoffs, we've exceeded all of these expectations, the FA Cup and the Caribou Cup to reach. We've gone one round better than all of those. So we're well on course, and the board are exceptionally pleased. In fact, delighted with how the club is being run at the moment. This is totally unrealistic for me. So have a look who's been scoring the goals. Well, my man Geordie Hiwula got off to a flying start, and then Harrison recently has popped in with a few, and Hiwula's gone off the boil really a little bit in the second half of the season. I got my mate Brown at fullback. He's got 2 goals and 13 assists already from as an attacking fullback. And the defending fullback, Johnson, he's got 8 assists as well. So something's working in the tactic that I've set up. The rest of the goals are spread out amongst the rest of the squad. So we're doing really well. In fact, in terms of if we have a look at the squad, you can see we have plenty of potential there, and we've had a bit of an injury crisis of late, but we've got enough quality in the team to actually survive the injury crisis. So it's a pretty strong squad, good defensively, and it's very good in attack. In terms of tactics, we have 3, the 4-2-3-1, the 4-3-3, and we have this one which we just use to mix it up a little bit when things are getting a bit samey, and that's worked very well over the course of the season. We've used it a few times. But our main tactic is the 4-2-3-1. It's very attacking, very positive, but there is a little twist to what we do. We play, sometimes we exploit the flanks, but it just depends on who we're playing, and my next opponent, I think I'm going to take that out. Always hitting early crosses. We play very direct, and we play with a higher tempo. When we're in transition, this is where we might be different. We actually regroup rather than counter press. Even though we're high up the pitch, we we'll go back to regroup rather than counter press. And that, because the defence is good, that seems to work quite nicely. And a lot of teams play this long ball, which means we're ready for it. We play it counter-attacking, very high-paced when we win the ball, so we look to move the ball forward very quickly. And we play a very compact style. It's good because it cuts out the midfield, where I'm pretty weak, and when the midfield get it, they can lob it over the top. We usually play with a slightly higher pressing intensity, but at the moment I've got that set a bit lower because they're a bit tired. It's been a long season so far, and I'm just giving them a little bit of a break from the pressing that they've been doing. We use tighter marking because my defence is good and they're capable of doing that. Okay, so let's have a look at our next opponents, who are Gillingham. We've had a very, very good February where I thought it was going to fall apart, but it hasn't. Gillingham, who were predicted to finish 12th, and they are in reality in the table, I think they're 9th. Yes, they are 9th, so they're playing above expectations. So this is not going to be an easy game at all. I need to be pretty much set up for this match. I like the match engine, and it's producing some really good goals, like this one, which I think is going to be the goal of the season. It's going to take a very special goal to take that away from goal of the season. But also, in terms of defending, there's been some quite strange moments at the heart of my defence. For example, here's Jacobs passing the ball to nowhere. That's absolute calamity of errors, and that cost us 2 points, a very late goal in a 1-1 draw. I was not very happy about that defending. So yeah, everything looks really nice, and I think we should go to the next game. I've made a couple of changes in midfield to rest my midfield against all the better advice, and I've changed my main fullback. I don't know if this is going to work. Maybe I shouldn't do this against Gillingham, but since midfield is not that big a deal in terms of what I'm trying to do, I thought, yeah, let's give them a rest. Okay, let's go. Let's get on with the next saga, the next chapter in this Portsmouth saga. Okay, already we're pushing men forward, and that's good. Played it out defence, which we should be, and Pring, what are you doing? Come on. So hit early crosses. Obviously, that's not sunk into them yet. Okay, so I like the graphics because this is just being played on a laptop with low quality graphics, and I used to play in 2D, but now I think I'm going to just keep watching in 3D. It's really cute, and we're on the attack. Get it into the box, Curtis. Oh, goodness sake, where are the early crosses? Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now, I'm not too happy about this. Curtis, it looks like he's having problems making decisions here. It might be because he hasn't played a lot of late, and his confidence might be a bit down, but his decision-making looks appalling. So, here we are. We've got to throw in. It's all Portsmouth at the moment. And that's a beautiful little cross that is from Pring. And into the... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Here come Gillingham. You know, I am getting so worried. One of these days we're going to get that defeat, and it's all going to fall flat on its face here. And I think what's going to happen is once we do fall down, we're going to fall down hard. Confidence is going to be, and morale is going to be absolutely shattered. But here's Curtis again. Now, can he make the right decision this time? No. He just plays it back. But I've noticed that their winger just picked up an injury, I think, there. So I'll keep an eye on that. So we're getting in each other's way in midfield, which I thought we might because they haven't played together. And there's that long ball that we like to put over the top. That's been very effective. And hello, here's that injured winger. He's off on his bike, but he shouldn't be any problem. Oh dear, he plays better when he's actually injured. So I think we have to do something here, and I think we're going to do a little bit of hard tackling. We're going to just let him know that he can't do that kind of thing. So let's just go and pick him out. coil and we'll just hard tackle him. He's not going to be allowed to do that kind of nonsense. So, like, okay, so we're back in possession. It's all Portsmouth, really, at the moment. And here's Curtis again, and he's coming inside and looking for... he really is out of touch. His decision-making is very, very poor. And here he is again. Oh, again, poor decision. Why didn't he take the shot? For goodness sake, you should have had a poke there. I don't know, maybe I'll have to take him off after a while because he's not looking the best. He's involved in the game, but he's not looking very, very special at all today. And so, yeah, easily defended. And they can do that against us all day. We're very, very good defensively, and we get the ball forward, and we come forward very, very quickly. That's better, Curtis. That's a great ball. Into the box. We might be very fast attackers, but we are certainly not the best finishers in the world. I mean, that was a chance. I get a funny feeling about this game. I think that's a penalty. I think he's going to give a penalty. Yes, it's a penalty, and it's going to be Curtis to step. I'm not too optimistic about this, given his performance so far. So it's going to be Curtis from the spot. And he puts it in. 1-0 Portsmouth. That's what I'm talking about. That is 1-0, and now we're back on track. We're dominant in the game, and I think it's only fair and just that we are in the lead. And that might do Curtis a little bit of good and get him playing with a little bit more confidence and improve his decision-making now. So we're coming up to half-time, and there it is, half-time. We've totally dominated it. And we're just going to pump our fists a bit and say, you haven't been too bad, but you can do a lot better than that. Come on, boys, let's go and stick it up type team talk. And then we'll get back on the pitch and stick it up. So, let's go to the second half. So it's going to be Gillingham to kick off. They really haven't given much in terms of offence. Gillingham, and our defence has been absolutely outstanding, winning everything in the air at the back. Watmore has been outstanding, a giant at the back. They've got a goal kick now. Now I know that they tend to kick these very long goal kicks, but we've set up to make sure that they don't get over the top with our defence. So, and they're not doing so at the moment. They're really not threatening very much. And Johnson's going to clear that up, no bother at all. Now, we like to play it out of the back, if possible, from the back, if possible. If not, then we just lump it up the pitch and see what happens. But we've just given the ball away. But we've regrouped, and the shape is good. And again, absolutely dominant in the air at the back. And here's Raya. Raya's looking for Curtis. So not a bad ball. At least he's thinking a bit that way. Oh, Curtis has got it back. Good boy, Curtis. I've always rated him. He's lost it again. Now it comes to Watmore. And here's Ray. He's not having a bad game in midfield, though, Watmore. Well, I'll be a fox in a furry hat. Did I just see that? Marcus, you absolute genius. 2-0. Did I just see that? Mark, what did you do? This is a ball we play quite regularly. What a good piece of... Well, I just don't know what to say. I think that goal of the season that I predicted earlier on has just been taken over by that. That was sublime. Absolutely sublime bit of skill by Marcus. 2-0, and I think that's probably game over now. I'm just... blown away. That was just phenomenal, and they're not doing too much, but I'm just going to tell the team to focus a little bit. Just make sure you're focused. Again, playing it out from the back, but when it gets to midfield, what we're going to do is we start to go forward with a lot of pace. And here comes Curtis again. He's off on his bike, and I'm not quite sure where he's going this time. But he's got himself... Oh my good Lord. How many chances do you need? And we are absolutely dominating this game, possession-wise and everything. Curtis now with a free kick, but that's gone well wide. 65 minutes gone. I think that it's game, set, and match. They've actually not really threatened. They've got 2 shots on target. We're going to make a change because Reggett is tired. We're going to bring on Nicolaisen. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's on loan this season. He's a very, very good player, and I'm hoping to make him either make him part of the permanent setup or look at that. Ball over the top again, and oh, good save, but my word, you should have done better with that. You should have done better with that. And there's a ball back in, a header, free header at the near post and into the side netting. We are not the best finishers that I've ever seen. I'm going to make another couple of changes. We're going to bring on Harness and Curtis, Hiwula and Harrison, and we'll see how they get on. It's Jacobs with a free kick, and yes, Hiwula, I think that's just his first touch of the game, and he's on the score sheet. How about that for a substitution? I'll tell you what, 3-0, we fully deserve this victory, and it's really hard to see how this run is going to come to an end. A beautiful free kick, and Hiwula was alert and poked it in on the second attempt. Yeah, the centre-back, Nick Kylson, we'll talk about him in future episodes. He's a very, very good player on loan. They don't want to sell him, so I might have to actually just look at trying to reloan him. So it's 3-0, we're getting now towards full-time. I don't think there's any time left. In fact, there's the full-time whistle. But what a fantastic, fantastic performance. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, boys. I'm absolutely thrilled. And that's what I'm going to tell you, outstretched arms and say, what a fantastic performance. Now, as you can see, because Hull lost 1-0 and Doncaster only drew 1-1, we've now gone 17 points clear at the top of the league with just how many games? 14 games remaining. The board are absolutely delighted. And yeah, things are looking very, very rosy. But I will say, I do feel that this is not right, that something's not right. It's all going to come crashing down around me at some point in the future. Now, I'm looking at the fixtures for the next month. And apart from Doncaster, who we've got in a few days' time, everything seems to look a little bit easier. We have the final of the Papa John's Trophy, but everything seems to be looking a little bit better. But I've got to stay focused, and hopefully when we come back in a few days and show you the highlights of March, hopefully it'll be more good news and not the bad news that I'm really expecting here. So if you want to follow along, please do. I'll be glad to have your company, glad to have your thoughts in the comments. But all that remains to be said now is see you in the next video.